Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. We have another level 10 links video for you today. Because I actually, funny enough, simultaneously got my Goku Black and my Transforming Janemba both to level 10 links at the same time. So that was quite a nice stroke of luck. If you haven't noticed or realized from these two videos, or you didn't watch the Goku Black level 10 link video, which by the way you should. Damage output, fantastic. Everything else, just absolute straight doo-doo. Like, he really needs an easy A, and it annoys me because it's the Goku Black that has the best animations. It's a transforming Goku Black into Rose, and they just made him so arse. Like, why would you not give him any defense? Please, help the guy out. But yeah, today we're going to be doing the Janemba, who, as I said, if you haven't realized or you haven't watched the level 10 links Goku Black video, this is the makings of my corroded body and mind team that I will be taking into the GT Goku event, and I'll probably do a video on that as well, considering most of the, the majority of my account is documented anyway. So even though it's quite an old, category mission to do, why not? If you still haven't done it yet, it could potentially help you guys, which is, also a bonus. Yeah, we've got our Janemba to level 10 links, as you can see there. All level 10 links, that nice gold border, that nice gold shimmer, if you will. We don't have any dupes in them, unfortunately, which I think will be a huge help. But if you do have any dupes in your Janemba and you potentially also have him level 10 links, do let me know how he performs down in the comments. Does it help him out a lot? Because I know he's not a bad unit. He's quite a decent unit. The only thing that hugely lets him down is the links when he's, Janemba, just the normal Janemba. And the way he's built, like, he's built very oddly, and it really does let him down. Once he transforms, his links do get better, like the typical Janemba links, plus he links to other Janembas, hence why we've got the easy A strength Janemba on the team. But yeah, before that, in terms of the way he's actually just constructed in his passive, it's just not the best, and it really, as I said, it really does hold him back. But as I said, do let me know if you can down in the comments. We're going to hop into an event and see how he does. Don't forget as well, drop a like on the video if you are enjoying the content, and subscribe if you are new. It is free after all. If not, then no worries. But we're going to see what you can do, and I'll see you in a sec. So guys, we're in the original Goku event, and to be fair, the rotation starting for us actually isn't too bad. The one major thing you'll notice immediately that does actually let Janemba down is the fact that he doesn't have a bunch of key links. I don't think, does he even have one? I don't think he does. He literally doesn't have a singular key link. The additional attack and defense he gets from his links, fantastic, good. But majority of units in the game have at least, one, potentially two key links in there. And this is the only problem. This is one of the huge parts of his passive that lets him down. And the part of his passive is literally kind of made up of him getting the orbs he needs to do certain things. So we're actually going to start with the passive first. The attack and defense plus 120% is fine. The guards all attacks, amazing. It's great for any event you do, any harder event you do, ESBR, any, Goku event, GT Goku event, even the new Vegeta event, great. He gives extreme class allies key plus 2 plus an additional attack and defense plus 30%. But this is where he becomes quite annoying. You can only get that support if you get 4 or more type key spheres obtained. So just 4 or more key spheres. 4 or more type key spheres obtained. Do you know how annoying that is to get off? Especially when this man has key issues in the first place. Like, it's incredibly RNG whether you get that part of his passive off or not, because of, like, the RNG of the orb placement during your run. Not only that, he has the damage reduction as well on top. The fact that he has damage reduction on top of guard is amazing, because he has damage reduction by 30%. There is a slight problem with that one as well. I don't think it's as bad, but it is a slight problem. Again, it comes into RNG and your key placement unless you have a rainbow orb changer. Which is, you only get the damage, 30% damage reduction, if you get 2 or more rainbow key spheres obtained. Now, luckily enough for me right now, we can actually get that. Because we got 2 there, and also we can actually get him 4 key spheres and actually get a super attack over them. We do actually have we have every single link active apart from 1, which is more than meets the eye, which gives us attack and defense plus 10%. Other than that, we're getting attack plus 15%. We're getting HP, doesn't really matter. We get attack and defense plus 10%. We're getting an extra attack plus 15%. Goku's even got minus 10% defense. We've got an additional attack plus 15%. We got Big Bad Bosses with attack and defense plus 25%, and we got Fierce Battle giving us attack plus 20%. So a 267k attack stat is actually really good. Really nice. And 111k defense. So right now we are going to get the damage reduction on top of the fact he guards, and this is what makes him such a good unit. But in terms of the way he's built, in order to get all of these kind of check boxes ticked or checked off, you know, you have the guard, you have the damage reduction, you get the support off, and even getting him a super off is frustrating because the lack of key links he has. As I said, you almost has a checklist. And sometimes it's quite difficult depending on your orb placement, or if you have orb changes, or specifically even rainbow orb changes, because the main part of the passive you want to get off, of course, is the 30% damage reduction on top of the fact he guards, which means you'll be taking next to no damage. It's such a struggle because of his lack of key links. But once you get all those boxes ticked off, Janemba is amazing, and this is why I say he has a good passive, but in terms of the way it's built, in terms of the way it's constructed for you to get all this off, incredibly frustrating, which is really annoying as well because of the extra thing, and hence why I'm getting him to level 10 links. I mean, I would have got him to level 10 links regardless at one point anyway, but the main reason why you would want Janemba, even the transforming Janemba, even at this point in the game, currently anyway, as it stands, is you need him to be the corroded body and mind lead, because that is his category. You need him to complete the GT Goku event category mission. There's no other option. There's no sub lead. At least I don't think there is. Or at least there's not a good one. If there is one, can't actually remember off the top of my head. And I don't think there's any alternative category in the game, or a good even acceptable alternative category in the game for you to be, you know, to be running instead of having this Janemba. So this Janemba becomes incredibly valuable, even though he's not the best unit in, like, not the best unit in the world. Like, he's not too great. So it becomes such a catch-22 to have him. By the way, we also get any support from Cooler and leaving one transformed. So our 473k attack stat is actually pretty amazing. Like, that's actually really good. But as I said, in terms of the way he's built, like his passive, the way it's constructed, the way it's put together, just really holds him back from being such an amazing unit. His damage output is really good because he has a lot of attack links, a lot of attack and defense links, but no key links. And that's when his passive becomes a checklist of, you know, can you get the support off with four or more type key spheres obtained, and more importantly, especially where you're going to be using him, which is GT Goku event, can you get the damage reduction off? Not as difficult, but is there going to be 2 rainbow key spheres sitting there for you? And then on top of that, just to make things even just a tiny bit worse, because of his lack of key, means a lot of the times you may actually struggle to get a super attack off with him. And then on top of that, he raises his defense by 30% for one turn, and you want to be supering with him anyway to, of course, get the extra damage off, because his damage output is good. But as I said, he doesn't have any key links, so he struggles for key. So it really does hold him back, and that's in the, you know, the base Janemba, you know, before he transforms. And for the most part, you'll probably keep him this way when you need him for the corroded body and mind mission, which again, as I said, such a good passive, but the way it's constructed just really holds him back. And then another thing that holds him back, the other thing that kind of makes him not a best unit, or not best unit, like not a great unit, is he doesn't go on many categories. So it literally doesn't make him too much of a valuable unit. Of course, you have a high, that is really, again, it's such a catch-22. He's incredibly valuable because you need him for the corroded body and mind mission. Like, you actually need him, whether you think he's a good unit or not, whether you want him, you need him for this category mission on the GT Goku event. There's no other alternative. There's no other, like, category alternative either. But the other thing that holds him back is he's not on many categories either, and you probably wouldn't use him on the other categories anyway, just because of how frustrating his passive is. Goes on movie bosses, transformation boost, of course his own corroded body and mind, and accelerated battle. The funny thing is, you can link him with Janemba on most of those, but he doesn't link well with the other Janembas in the game until you transform him. And the only part you can transform him on his active skill is when he receives 5 or more attacks in battle, which isn't overly difficult if you are in like an event like this, because you'll just put him where there's like majority. For example, where our Dokkan Fest cooler was right there in slot 1, there was 4 attacks. You put him right there, let him tank everything, because that's what he's there for, to soak up all the damage, because he has guard and he has the damage reduction. That's what he's there for. So his active skill isn't too difficult to get off, thank God. Could you imagine on top of everything else, the poorly constructed passive, the lack of categories, lack of key links? Could you imagine having a bad, a bad transformation condition as well? You know how frustrating that would be. But let's get the transformation off. It's actually not often I've seen this, because as I said, I don't use this unit all too much. It's funny because he's so valuable because of the category lead he has, and you need him for that. And also he's a good unit for that. But he's such a catch-22 because he's so poorly built and constructed. But now this is where things get a little bit better. Gets a little bit better for him. As you can see there, key doesn't become an issue. He picks up shocking speed, which is key +2. In our case, key +2 and defense +5 because it's level 10. We also get brutal beatdown, which is also another attack link. And we also have fear and faith, which is another key +2. So once you transform him into a Janemba, you're good to go. So he's got 315k attack stat, 147k defense. We have every single link active. Which as I said, at level 10, shocking speed's given us key +2 and attack and defense +5%. Brutal beatdown is giving us attack +15%. We've got HP and attack and defense +10% on metamorphosis. Fear and faith's giving us enemies -10% defense, key +2. We've got 15% on attack from Nightmare. Big bad bosses, the big attack and defense +25%. And fierce battle was giving us attack +20%. So this is where Janemba gets good, when he becomes super Janemba. We've also got Dokkan attack off with him as well. So right now, on super, he does raise his attack and defense by 30% for 1 turn, which is nice. He has attack and defense +180%, which is very nice. Let me make sure I actually get these. He randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to either rainbow key spheres or type key spheres, maybe the same type. Do you know how frustrating that is? Don't get me wrong, obviously you can have, when you do the GT Go event run, you can have one Janemba who stays as the base form Janemba, and you can have one transform, and then the other one can obviously change orbs and actually help the base form Janemba. You know how frustrating that is? Do you know how frustrating that is for him to basically become his own orb changer, but you have to wait for him to transform? So obviously your best bet, if you still have the Crowley Body of Mind mission to do, is to have one base form Janemba and eventually change one of them into Super Janemba and have the orbs changing for you. But it's so funny how he becomes a rainbow orb changer, but not until he transforms himself, which is when he loses the whole, guard, he loses the damage reduction, which is the main reason why he's so good, because he's so tanky. But on top of that, he gets an additional attack +40% with 3 or more key spheres obtained, which is not too difficult because you'll be able to get a super attack off anyway. He also has a high chance of evading enemies' attack, which is kind of Janemba's thing, the evade, which is a 50% chance to evade. You do need a singular rainbow key sphere obtained though for him to evade, which isn't that bad because it's literally 1. But the only reason why I find that kind of annoying is for the sole fact that the Easy A Strength Janemba and Easy A Int Janemba both have their dodges built in. You don't need to get any key spheres, they just dodge. For some reason they attached a lot of this Janemba's passive behind picking up certain key spheres. But we are getting the attack and defense +30% from Cooler, so a 591k attack stat and 163k defense. As I said, his damage output is really nice. And obviously, now where we have key links, so much easier to get super attacks off. 3.3 million attack stat. That's at 55% in the dupe system, by the way. That is free dupe. Free dupe, 55%, and he's putting out over a 3 million attack stat. That's ridiculous. His damage output is fantastic, as I said. The only thing is, we might actually die here because of type disadvantage, but we're kind of done and dusted at this point. We've done everything I wanted to get off. The main thing that lets him down is you still have that same damage output before he transforms, but getting a super attack off of him actually becomes so difficult. As I said, so many things are attached to him picking up key spheres. But at level 10 links, he seems to be a very good unit. The fact that you have free transformation anyway, every single link being attack or an attack link or an attack and defense link at level 10, As you would have seen, his attack stat's insane. Once he transforms, over a 3 million attack stat. Even before he supers acts, he's sitting on like a 400-500k attack stat alone, which is ridiculous. But before that, as I said, the way he's built in terms of his passive, especially before transforming into Super Janemba, so poorly built. So poorly built. But this is one of them units where getting him to level 10 hugely benefits you. I mean, as you can see here, the extra damage is nice, but it hugely benefits you on top of that, especially the extra attack and defense like on the base Janemba. But his level 10 links is actually pretty good. It's just a shame how badly built he is, especially before he transforms and having no key links. But other than that, at level 10 links, he seems like a very good unit. It's just a shame about the way he's built. Let me know what you think of him down in the comments. I'll see you next video, guys, and peace.